one fighter against two, and both were reportedly shot down. On August 12, 2026, Russian Air Force commander Sergei Kobylash claimed that a Russian Su-35S fighter pilot successfully destroyed two Ukrainian Su-27 fighter jets in a single aerial engagement. If confirmed, the incident would represent a remarkable example of how advanced sensors, electronic warfare, long-range missiles, tactical positioning, and pilot decision-making can determine the outcome of a modern air battle. However, there is an important caveat. The claim comes from the Russian side and has not been independently verified, so it should be treated with caution. August 12, 2026, Russian Air Force commander Sergei Kobylash reportedly made a striking claim about an aerial engagement involving a Russian Su-35S and two Ukrainian Su-27 fighter jets. According to the Russian account, the Su-35S pilot found himself in a highly challenging situation, facing two enemy aircraft at the same time. The engagement reportedly took place under conditions affected by electronic warfare, making the situation even more complicated for both sides. At first glance, facing two enemy fighters simultaneously would appear to put the Russian aircraft at a major numerical disadvantage. However, modern air combat is no longer determined simply by the number of aircraft involved. Today, the outcome of an aerial engagement can depend heavily on who detects the enemy first, who has better situational awareness, who can effectively use electronic warfare, and who can launch weapons from the most advantageous position. The Su-35S is a highly modernized development of the Su-27 family. Although it retains the basic aerodynamic heritage of the Soviet-era Su-27, the Su-35S incorporates significant improvements in avionics, sensors, electronic warfare systems, and weapons integration. One of its most important systems is the Irbis-E radar, designed to detect and track aerial targets at significant distances. The aircraft also uses infrared search and tracking capabilities, giving the pilot another method of detecting and tracking targets without relying exclusively on radar. This becomes particularly important in an environment dominated by electronic warfare. Modern air combat can involve intense efforts to jam communications, disrupt radar systems, interfere with navigation, and reduce an opponent's ability to understand what is happening around them. In such an environment, a pilot who can maintain a clearer picture of the battlefield may gain a significant advantage. The Su-35S is designed to operate in precisely this kind of complex environment. Its combination of radar, infrared sensors, electronic warfare equipment, and data processing capabilities can provide the pilot with multiple sources of information about potential threats. However, the Ukrainian Su-27 should not be dismissed simply because its basic design dates back to the Cold War era. The Su-27 was originally developed as a high-performance air superiority fighter with excellent maneuverability, long range, and the ability to carry a wide range of air-to-air weapons. Furthermore, the age of an aircraft's original design does not necessarily determine its combat effectiveness. Modernization programs, weapons, avionics, pilot training, intelligence support, communications, and tactics can dramatically change the capabilities of an older aircraft. That is why the reported engagement between one Su-35S and two Ukrainian Su-27s raises an important question. How could a single fighter gain an advantage against two opposing aircraft? One possible explanation lies in the changing nature of aerial warfare. Modern fighter engagements increasingly take place at distances far beyond traditional visual range dogfights. Instead of waiting until two aircraft are close enough for pilots to see each other, modern fighters can use radar, infrared sensors, electronic intelligence, and long-range missiles to engage targets from much greater distances. Weapons such as the air-77M are part of this broader shift toward long-range air combat. The concept is relatively straightforward. Detect the enemy from a distance, establish a favorable firing solution, launch the missile, and then attempt to avoid entering a dangerous close-range engagement. But possessing an advanced missile does not automatically guarantee victory. The pilot still needs accurate information about the target, a favorable tactical position, proper timing, and the ability to anticipate the opponent's response. Electronic warfare can make this even more difficult. A pilot may have to operate with incomplete information while simultaneously attempting to determine whether radar contacts are genuine, whether communications are being disrupted, and whether the enemy is preparing a counterattack. This means that human decision-making remains one of the most important elements of modern air combat. Modern air combat is no longer simply about maneuvering against an enemy at close range. Fighters increasingly rely on advanced sensors, electronic warfare, long-range missiles, and accurate battlefield information to detect and engage opponents before they can respond. However, advanced technology does not guarantee victory. Pilot experience, tactical positioning, timing, and decision-making remain critical, especially when facing multiple opponents under electronic interference. If the Russian account is accurate, the Su-35S pilot may have combined superior situational awareness, electronic warfare, sensors, and long-range weapons to overcome the numerical disadvantage. However, the claim that one Su-35S destroyed two Ukrainian Su-27s remains unverified. Independent evidence such as satellite imagery, verified photographs, crash site evidence, or credible third-party sources would be needed to confirm it. Regardless of the final outcome, the reported engagement highlights a key lesson of modern warfare. Air combat is increasingly decided not simply by the number of aircraft, but by who detects the enemy first, makes better decisions, and can strike from the most advantageous position. That's all for this report. The claims surrounding the Russian Su-35S and the two Ukrainian Su-27s remains unverified, so further independent evidence is needed to determine what actually happened. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more military and aviation updates. See you in the next video.